calm down. So
I didn't even see what the frick I look like right now. I resprayed my hair.
This is like today we're gonna see where the wind takes us, because we just gonna talk about some juice, some unknown juice.
So what's something about yourself that they don't know that is like actually kind of like largely contributes to who you are, that you think that they probably don't know?
They probably don't know. If they really don't know me, I talk like a baby like half the time. But you know what? It's not like those girls who are trying to talk like a baby.
It's a legit baby.
It's like a legit baby, because like...
Should we do it?
No, I'm embarrassed. But I do plan to do voiceover one day. Like maybe be in like a big movie and be like the main character. That would be really cool.
If the main character is a child?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. You know, like one of those Pixar Disney movies or something.
Yes. People try to do it too.
And it's funny.
With us.
Yeah, because it's contagious.
Like, she started it. I started doing it too, but I knew how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I knew how to do
like
it.
You did it right.
Yeah. Other people, they try, but they don't be doing it right.
It's just who I am.
You're so weird.
It's a part of who I am. No, I feel like people like listen to us like in the like,
and they start kind of doing it. Either they hate it, like they hate it and want us to stop, or they start trying to do it.
But it's, and do you think they hate it because they think we're trying too hard or something?
No, I think it annoys them.
Oh, the sound?
Mm-hmm. Because it's like really nasal.
It is really
I think
nasal.
that's why I think it annoys them. Like,
that's
legit
so
annoys them.
So like, I think I'm embarrassed to do it like out in public. She will do it like if I'm like bothering her or something, or if I'm pretending to like, I don't know, push her around.
You're embarrassed, like
she's like, I'm like, oh girl.
You're embarrassed like in the store?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes. I don't want them looking at me crazy.
Like out in public, I don't care. Like if we're with people that we know, that's when I start like kind of like, oh good.
No, not the ruckus people.
The what? No, not the, no, like people that we know that have never heard us do it. Like if we meet somebody in person for the first time,
okay.
I'm not trying to do it right then in front of them.
Right, but like, I will say that I do it at work, like with my coworkers, and my coworkers have like tried to do it back too.
I don't really do it outside of you. Like, well, with my mom, I do it to her, but like, I don't really do it very much like outside of you. You know what I mean?
When I say it's like a part of me, it's like
I know.
A part of me.
She says like the mean things.
Oh yeah.
To people that like she wants to say.
Like truths?
Yes.
Truthful
the truth things to people. I shouldn't say mean because it's really not mean if you don't take it.
Right.
Like it's just honest. Like she says like the honest stuff that people don't want to say to people. She says it in the baby voice.
So that they don't take it as
They don't take it as personally, yeah.
Or they think, oh, she's joking.
Yeah.
Like,
but she's not.
That's so messed up.
It's on my end.
No. What about you? That people don't know.
That people don't know? You're dumb.
Just tell everybody.
I don't have a boyfriend. I do not.
You don't want to talk about Keith? I'm just kidding.
Who's Keith?
I don't know. Made them up.
I would probably never date somebody named Keith.
Oh, it feels scary walking down the aisle.
Mine's just Keith.
Your last name.
That's hilarious.
BreeKay Keith. BreeKeith.
Oh my god, that would be like the hashtag. Uh-huh. You know, people be like, be trying to come up with a little cute hashtag. Like, calm down. I'm just playing. Calm
down with your little hashtag.
Like, only 15 people are gonna use the hashtag. Like, let's chill out. Like, okay, let me stop. I'm just kidding. I'm probably gonna have a hashtag on my wedding too. I'm gonna have like a big old long hashtag. I'm probably gonna have a hashtag on my wedding too, so whatever. I'm just kidding. Sorry, guys.
We're not bitter, okay? Like, keep your hashtag.
do your little hashtag.
Do your little hashtag.
I don't know what's something about myself that people should know.
That don't know.
That people don't know that is like a really big part of myself. Like, I feel like people already know.
No, you know what? This is a big part of your production. You don't use MIDI.
I don't. But I do. I have like, well, I guess I haven't been saying it in a long time.
Yeah, people, are like surprised.
They are very surprised. I do not use MIDI. I use real synths. I don't know what.
And for the people that doesn't know what that means.
MIDI is like MIDI is.
Why do people who produce use MIDI? What is that?
It's easier to. It makes more sense in this day and age because with MIDI you don't have to have a hardware synth. Like MIDI is basically the sounds are already inside your software, and you can choose through the sounds there. So like you play things on your MIDI controller, which is generally a keyboard. It like allows the computer and like the sounds to communicate with each other, like the instrument. And so like when you play here, like you can play your chords or your melody or whatever, and then once you like record it in your program using MIDI, you could change the sound after you already like recorded it, stuff like that. With a synth, you have to pick out your sound and shape it and all of that stuff before you hit record. And then with MIDI also you can make like the notes perfect and stuff like that. With a hardware synth you can't. You gotta do it here. So that's kind of the difference. It
takes longer.
It does. It takes longer and it takes more work. It's more work. It takes more like intention. Like you have to kind of know what you're gonna do before you do it. You know what I mean?
Okay, professional.
Okay. You have to know, like, if you have MIDI, like you could be like, oh, I just know the chord progression, or I just know whatever, but I don't know what sound yet. Like if you do it with hardware synth, you kind of gotta know. You gotta know before you record it. So.
What other thing do you think that they don't know about you that you would like them to know?
I'm an amazing human being. I'm just kidding.
You got me there.
That's annoying. Sorry. I freaking hate when people do stuff like that.
You're a weirdo.
I do. Low-key, I'm just like, shut the frick up. Okay. Sorry. I don't know.
I know.
I have a degree. I graduated college. I do forget that people sometimes they hear it and then they didn't know that I went to college. I graduated. My degree is in political science. I never talk about politics. I mean, I do talk about politics, but not like in front of everyone. Not on social media or anything like that. Like I almost never say anything regarding politics at all.
Why?
It's hard for me to talk about things that I feel like are kind of like I'm emotionally tied to that thing because I feel like emotions, they do this all the time. So like you could be down and upset about something, you tweet it, and then your next tweet you're up here and then you're back down here again, and it looks crazy. You know what I mean? Like it just looks like, and I don't like doing that because I feel like it's like, okay, when I tweet something or like, I don't know, you know, like when you're like, for example, when something tragic happens or like stuff like that, like in the news, like how long are you supposed to be sad about it for? Stuff like, you know what I mean? Like when is it okay to start going back to normal? I feel like things like that are kind of just like weird to me, so I just don't include that in my stuff, if that makes sense.
What deems someone as like, I've been thinking about this like lately actually, about like crazy, like that person is crazy because of A, B, and C, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all knew some of the things in my head, I feel like somebody would take me to like the mental institution or something because they think I'm crazy. So what deems somebody as crazy? Is it because, or not crazy, like is it because of like status? Like you look clean and you have like money, not rich money, but just like you're okay, you're middle class, like, you know, so you're not crazy. But like people that are on the streets, they're dirty, so they're crazy because, you know, they're talking to themselves. But I talk to myself all the time.
I think that the difference is that like, I think that everybody's a little crazy, like just a little bit. I think everybody has like a little bit of just like nutso. You know what I mean? Like you just
a little teaspoon.
Yeah, they're just a little screw loose, like in everybody's brain. Like everybody has that. I think that like everybody just has like a little bit of it. Some people have, and then like I think it starts getting like some people have more than others. But the reason why what I think deems somebody as crazy, and it's kind of a catch-22, I think is the fact that they don't know that they're crazy. Like, you know, like I talk to myself all the time. I'm very aware that's weird. I don't do it in front of people because it's weird. Like, and I know, you know what I mean? Or like there's certain things that I'm just like, that makes no sense for me to think that about that. You know what I mean? Or stuff like that. Like, but I know.
What are you even thinking?
You're so dumb. Like, no, just certain things, you know, like how like certain things irritate me or like, and I'm just like, it's not even a big, but I'm very well aware that it's just like, to a normal person, it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal to me. But I'm aware of the whole situation. I think somebody that's crazy is like, has no idea that like whatever they're seeing or imagining or stuff like that like is not real or is like not there, you know what I mean, like to the average person. So I think that like that, because I think about it all the time, like what if I'm crazy and I have no idea, like because you wouldn't know if you were like legit crazy.
I guess my question is, why does that have to be considered crazy?
What do you mean?
Like, who says that this is normal and this is crazy and this is, you know, like who says that this is normal and this is abnormal? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like who gives that scale? Why is somebody allowed to be like, this means this person is normal and this means this person is not normal?
I think it just follows societal norms, but I think that like...
I think because also I'm thinking about spiritually. Mm-hmm. Like that stuff is real, so you can't like, okay, so if a person is seeing demons and everybody who doesn't really know about the spiritual world are like, he's freaking crazy, like let's admit him to the thing. They're not crazy though, because they're really seeing these things.
But they don't know that they're seeing these things and everybody else is not.
No,
you know
sometimes
what I mean?
they do, I feel like.
They don't know. Like, okay, like for example, this is weird that you're bringing this up because last night my mom was talking about how she went to this lady, she was a hoarder's house, and she said that the lady, she's like, she just was not all there. Like, and she's like, at one point she was saying that like the electricity was putting something on her skin, and she was being like, it's all over me, like, and stuff like that. And my mom was just like, okay. Like, her mom was like, dude, nothing there. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing on her. Aww. And then she started getting suspicious about my mom, and there was another officer there, and she started getting suspicious about them, like, oh, you guys are, like, plotting about this and that. Like, I'm not going to use that electrician, I'm going to use somebody else and stuff like that. And I was like, she's the one that called the electrician. Like, stuff like that. Like, okay, that's crazy. Is it not? Or is that normal?
It's crazy because they don't know about it, like you said. But why is that crazy, though? If they don't know.
Because you have to call it something. You have to call anything something. I know, but
you're not gonna admit them into the thing because they don't know, that they're unaware of like a spiritual warfare that's going on. You know what I mean? Like once you like teach somebody something and then they're aware, and then, you know, obviously you teach you how to combat everything. But you're not gonna admit that person. I don't know.
She's not admitted to the thing. No, she's out free.
I know.
Living her life. You know,
like it's golden.
But the thing is, like, but what I'm saying though is that you have to call it something. That's like saying, like, why is red red? Why? Right. How come it's not called blue? Like, you have to call it something.
Yeah, but
I like who gets to name? You know what I mean? It's like,
I get that, but I think what I've been thinking about is people that are admitted into like mental institutions that shouldn't be admitted into mental institutions. You know what I mean? Like, you're just admitting them to get drugged until they die, or you're not even like, I don't know. It's just
I think because nobody knows what to do. That's not like an excuse.
Then where's the freaking church? Where are y'all at?
Yeah, I think even the church sometimes, like, what do you do with somebody that has multiple personalities? You can't have a regular conversation with, you know, or somebody that you can't have a regular conversation with because they don't understand. Or because they're so deep into, you know, their spiritual warfare or their mental stuff, like, that they cannot have a regular, like, what are you supposed to do? And most people don't have any form of certification or training. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not certified to help, you know, and it's just like, so I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, people don't know what to do. And I feel like also, like, I don't want to be like, oh, the system, but like the system's not really set up for us to have the time to even rehabilitate anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like drugs. So,
the man,
big brother here. But you know, so I don't know. I think you're right. So I probably shouldn't have said crazy. Like, you look crazy, but you kind of do. When you're just all over, your emotions are going all over the place. It's just like. But then again, it's like maybe that is normal, but I just don't. I don't like putting things that I'm like super emotionally attached to, like that happened or whatever, like on the internet. Especially if it like wasn't directly happening to me. It's just kind of hard.
And do you not like stirring the pot too?
I don't really, I really don't like stirring the pot. And I just don't like, because another thing is that sometimes like I don't know the whole story of everything that happened because I wasn't there. And so I don't want to put out my opinion and like, even if it's unintentionally, be slandering somebody or like, you know, having a huge, like, I don't even know what to call it, like just like an opinion, like a super strong opinion about something, and then I find out new information and I change my opinion, because that happens a lot. Like I feel like I change my mind about things all the time, like, you know, as it comes to like issues and stuff like that. Like I change my mind all the time when I talk to different people or think about things different ways or like find out new information. So like I don't want to be like so strongly opinionated about something and then I don't really know to be like facts or true. I find out new information and all of a sudden like I'm changing it or having to like renege it.
Hashtag facts.
Okay, something else. Bring out something. What's another thing about yourself?
Let's see. I don't know.
There's 2 questions I always ask to start conversations. But by now I've asked like everybody in life. What's the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Probably Freddy Krueger.
The old one?
Yep. Or Scream. One of them. I've had dreams about both, so they're both scary to me. But my mom never let me watch scary movies. I only saw those
at Grandma's house,
at Grandma's house.
I know, because that's where I saw them too. But I wasn't scared of those. Which is weird because I got scared later in life of movies. Like, movies started scaring me. But I still never watched scary movies though, really. I didn't like to.
What about yours?
Oh, this is something that I remember scared me so bad. I didn't even see the movie. I saw the trailer.
What?
And I could not sleep for like 3 or 4 nights. And it was the trailer of the movie. Do you guys remember the M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Village?
No.
Where like, well, I guess like the ending, sorry, spoiler alert if you're gonna watch it, but it's an old movie, so
Let me see. Pull it up.
Oh my gosh. Pull up the trailer. It's probably like not even scary, but it scared the crap out of me. Like I seriously couldn't sleep for like 3.
I need to see.
That was like probably the scariest thing ever to me. After that, like I stopped watching like trailers because I did not want to be scared. Okay, this is. Which one should I do?
Which one did you see?
I don't know.
Am I gonna rebuke it?
Well, I don't know because now I know the story because my mom watched, or my parents watched it.
So she told you?
Yeah, so I know what happened.
Am I gonna jump?
I don't know. You might. This is realize this
I
is
get jumpy so easily.
This is from 14 years ago. Realize
I get jumpy so easily.
I do too if I'm like expecting it. That was not the commercial that I watched that scared the crap out of me.
Okay, which one?
Okay. I think it's probably this one.
I said they didn't show nothing.
I know. No, that wasn't it. I don't think.
We may question ourselves.
Don't let them in.
That wasn't it either. So, okay. I don't know which one it is. But no, because there's one where it shows, like, the creature, like, in a red hood.
Uh-huh.
And it's, like, a monster. But, like, in it, the girl, like, she goes into the redhead girl. She's, like, in the woods. And she's, like, backing up against a tree. And then you see, like, part of it, like, standing there. And then the commercial, like, ends. Another movie that really scared me.
Oh, yeah.
Was Sixth Sense. And another movie's, like, not scary either. It's another M. Night First of all, let's talk about why I'm so upset with M. Night Shyamalan because he ruined Avatar: The Last Airbender. He was over here hyping it too. He was gassing it like when they were interviewing him and stuff. He's like, yeah, when I first wrote the movie, like it was gonna be like one long, like 7-hour long movie and stuff like that. And then I realized like I had to cut it down and blah blah blah. The movie's like an hour and 10 minutes.
It is?
Yeah, it's like really short.
I've seen it and I didn't like
It's caca. And then Shyamalan, you messed up. You messed up.
Twin. Sorry for your loss.
You're so weird. But yeah, so the Village trailer scared me.
Scary.
It scared the mess out of me. And then Sixth Sense scared me too. And it's like not a scary movie either. I mean, it is, but it's like not that scary. You know what I mean? Like people, no, like if you ask anybody else, nobody's gonna say that Sixth Sense is the scariest movie they've seen. You know, I don't watch scary movies, so
I don't either. Cause y'all want to go see a demon?
You always say
You can
that.
go down the street and I'll show you some. They're real. What you said? The second question. What's the second question?
Oh, the second question I always ask is, what's your favorite thing about yourself?
Freak if I know. I'm funny. Actually, I don't know if I'm like really funny like in real life. Like I'm funny, but like my friends think I'm funny, so that's all that matters to me really. Entertainment, me laughing and them laughing. You know? That's good.
It's funny hearing you break that down.
What about you?
I like that. I'm pretty smart, but then sometimes I feel like an idiot. I feel like I don't know anything.
Uncle Boss just scoped about that
I know.
yesterday.
I'm like, that's literally
I was
me.
like,
That's literally me. But
okay, what else?
bling bling. You're the one who's funny. Make us laugh.
You got jokes.
Since you're so funny. Tell us a story.
Okay, so one time I was in 4th grade. And I had like, you know, like you have best friends or whatever, and you guys like, oh, we're best friends, yay, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then like this other girl, I don't know if she was new or what, but then she had asked me to be her best friend, and I was like, sure. And then my first best friend
Got upset.
found out, and she's like wrote me a note in class like, you know, asked, or you're best friends with her, and then I was like, yeah. And then she's like started crying and stuff, and it was so sad. And I think about that all the time. Okay, not all the time, but like I think about that from time to time, and I'm like, okay, first of all, we're 4th grade, okay, doesn't mean anything, but then I'm like, it's so sad, like I'm such a betrayer. Why did I do that? I don't know.
Why couldn't you be best friends with both of
I
them?
could, but like,
See, this is
people
my
don't.
thing. Like, I feel like even as an adult, this stuff still happens. Like, people still do that.
You're taking it personal.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, as an adult, people still do that. Like, they still get upset when you're friends with somebody and they become friends with somebody else. Like, I feel like people still do stuff like that. Like, even as an adult, I feel like in 4th grade, like, yeah, they might not cry to your face, like, as an adult, but they probably go home and, like, they're, like, really upset about it.
Wait. Say it again.
Like, your issue that happened in 4th grade
Okay.
is, like, still an issue that happens as an adult.
But not as a best friend, though. It's just, like, friends in general is what you're saying.
Sometimes it is best friends or, like, close friends. They have another close friend and you, like, start feeling some type of way.
Yeah, like, jealous.
Yeah.
But you said you feel like that if you introduced us to somebody else, and me to somebody else, and then we just started hanging out by ourselves and not with you.
You
like,
start, like,
having the time of our lives.
excluding people.
Yeah.
Like, that's different. Like, if we've been close for so long, like, that's different. I feel like not just, like, oh, you have another friend. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay,
like,
okay.
as if, like, you can't be friends with both people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's dumb.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It's true. People, I think it's because insecurity.
Get over yourself.
But they can't. It's like, it's not something that they're like, oh, let me go get over myself. Like, it's like, they're not trying to be selfish, but it's like an insecurity. How do you get over that?
Okay, but as an adult, like,
I
I don't
know.
know.
It's
You need to get,
crazy
like,
to
that's what
me.
I'm saying. I feel like like, I see it happen, and I'm just like, this is, or like other girls, how they talk about their groups and stuff like that, and when they introduce somebody, then the other ones start getting all, like, territorial and stuff like that. It's like, girl, chill out. Get over yourself.
I don't know. Maybe they just don't know. I don't know. That's crazy to me. I don't know, bro. I don't have many friends, so I don't have to deal with that. I just have really important friends.
But then we're starting to have friends and I'm like overwhelmed. So we're starting to have friends and I'm like overwhelmed. Because you gotta hang out.
That's funny.
And I'm like,
yeah, we don't really like hanging out.
we do like it. I feel like we enjoy it. It's not that we don't enjoy it, but it's just like we have so much to do a lot of the time that like by the time it comes down to hang out, it's like, man, I don't want to.
Yeah, and it's not to be like, oh, my schedule is so filled.
It's not. It's just like I want to sleep and chill and not put on makeup.
Yep.
And not put on clothes.
Yep.
Like, let me just be at home.
Just leave me be.
I don't gotta dance now. I make money moves.
Oh. She's reading some juice in her phone. Somebody slid in the DMs. And now...
No, they didn't.
Oh no. It's starting again. It's real.
You're so extra.
Twin, you seen me gag when somebody, remember that guy at Disneyland gagged like the turkey leg or something? I don't even know where we're at. Maybe we were at the fair.
He gagged? What?
No, he burped. And it was like turkey leg or something. And I was legit like gagging so hard. You don't remember? Or you semi-remember?
I don't.
I don't remember turkey legs.
This is recent or like a
No.
while ago?
It was a while ago. It was like last year. No, it was like 2 years ago. I was gagging so hard. That was disgusting.
I've only gagged one time off of like a smell. And that was when I was in college. I was getting in the elevator like to go to my dorm room. There was just one guy in there standing like over there or something. And like we both got in and I was like close to the button, so I pressed it. And then he said his floor number. Like literally just a number. Like 5, right? Girl, his breath was like so bad. Like I had never smelled anything like it. Like, so he said one number and he was standing like it's not like the elevator's huge or anything, but he was at least standing like 4 feet away. And he said one number and I smelled his breath and I like...
Have I talked about the bad breath story?
Which one?
Where I gagged so hard.
No! You need to tell it.
I haven't.
You need to
Are
tell
you sure?
it. You've never done it here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's like my biggest pet peeve. It's just like hygiene.
I started laughing though. Like I started laughing because it was just, I was so grossed out. But anyway, tell your story.
So this guy, our friend. Okay, so it was me and Cameron, and our friend, and our friend had a pickup truck. So it was like 3 seats, right? So it was like the driver, which is our friend, then me, then Cameron, and then we went to go like, we started driving, right? And his breath smelled so bad. And he would like...
So you need to tell the full story.
What's the full story? You're messed up. What's the full story?
Prior to this...
What?
Prior to this, she had a crush on him for like 3 seconds, right? And she told me she had a crush on the very next day. She smelled his breath in class. You smelled his breath and you were like, I don't like him anymore.
I didn't. That was the end of that.
And then I was like, girl, just give him a chance. Like, what if you have like an off day, you know, or something? Like, everybody has off days or whatever. And she was just like, no, right? But then like they went in the truck and that whole situation happened. She was like gonna throw up.
Oh my gosh, because he was like
asking him questions
to Cameron. Oh my gosh, and it's like you know, like but Cameron's breath in his mouth, but like the guy is like, it was just, and then I just like turned to Cameron, like digging my nose in like his shirt, because at this point I'd rather smell his shirt than like the breath, and I was gagging so hard.
Ew.
I can't control my gag reflexes like people. I don't know. I just started gagging so hard, and I was just like, oh my gosh, and I don't want him to see me that I'm gagging, and then he'd be like, well, are you okay? You know, like, no, just shut up, like, shut your mouth.
She's like crying.
No.
No.
Just worship him.
Just worship him in silence. Let's play a quiet game.
So it was so bad. So like the moral of the story, brush your teeth, guys. I mean, guys in general, like guys and girls, because remember the girl from church.
God, I feel like there's so many. I don't know if there are like other stories like that, but I shouldn't say there are so many. There's two in my life. There's hers and then another one where this guy liked this girl and then he smelled her breath and he didn't like her anymore. And she couldn't figure out why. Like, she had no idea why. And then, like, he had told me, like, her breath was, like, so bad. That's terrible when, like, you know, yeah. Your breath is, like, the breaking point.
That's gross. I'm sorry, but y'all are nasty. Just kidding. Just make sure you brush your teeth. If you don't want to brush your teeth, just pop some acidic mint gum. I was gonna say menthol gum.
Keep popping it though, like, because you can't chew the same gum for 4 days. Not 4 days, but literally though, like 4 hours. Like, you gotta switch it out. You can't just like, it's not gonna be doing anything anymore. You know, it's like almost making it worse if you don't swap it out. So
that's true.
You gotta constant. I feel like breath is like something. Breath is like your relationship with the Lord. Like, if you're not doing anything to it, it's never going to drift towards something good.
Wow,
it's just not. You have to like make an effort and
work.
Intentionally. Yeah, it's like keep it up. You know, because nobody wakes up in the morning with good breath. Nobody.
It's true. It's true.
Okay, so I feel weird telling the story. Stop.
Okay.
Okay, so
okay.
So when I was in college, I liked this guy, and then we were talking for like a little bit. It wasn't very long, like 3 years. No, I'm just kidding. It was like literally like a month or two. So
really, was that short?
That was really short. Like, I like reflected back on him, like it was really short.
Wow, it seemed long.
It did seem long, but it wasn't.
Maybe because I talk to you every day.
That's true. So anyway, we were talking for very long. Anyway, we ended up just going our separate ways, right? We had a conversation, it was just like, we're not gonna continue. So we didn't, and then, like, I had a class that was in the building that he had, like, his class in prior to that class. So, like, I knew that, and I knew that, like, because I would see him sometimes, like, we would cross paths for, like, a second, you know? So, like, when I was going to my class, he would be coming out of his, and so I just knew that. And this was probably, like, 4, maybe 5 days later after we, like, went our separate ways. So, I'm, like, walking to my class. First of all, I was, like, contemplating, like, I didn't want to go. I had to go to my class. And
wait, I can't even see you with somebody.
I can't either. That's the thing is, like, I can't either. Like, I cannot either.
Like,
I can't.
You would talk to me and stuff about it. And thinking about it now, I'm like, I can't even see you. Like,
because mind you, I was in Hawaii. She was here. So, like, we were like, you know, she wasn't there with me. Like, we weren't with each other through college. So, anyway. Yeah, we talked. So we would talk like every day.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we went our separate ways again. Whatever. I was like dreading going to class, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to see him, and like I I didn't want to. I'm the queen of like acting like I don't see anybody. Like I'm the queen of it, and I will like intentionally just not even look, so that way I don't even have to lie about it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, I really didn't see you because I wasn't trying to see anybody. Yeah. Like, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to act like I don't see him, like all this stuff. Like I was just like dreading it. But you know, like when you don't want to see somebody, but you're kind of like still looking to like make sure, like, are they even there? Like, do I even need to be, like, you know? So anyway. I didn't want to see him.
Incognito.
Yeah, you know, like, do I even need to be on like
extra?
So anyway, so I didn't want to see him. I was dreading the whole thing. So I'm like, well, I'm about to like walk up to the building, and like as I'm like approaching, there was like steps, and like as I'm like about to get to the steps of it, like the door opens, and guess who comes out? It's him. So we made eye contact, which was like so like, dang it, I didn't want to do that. So we made eye contact, and I was like, oh crap, like now I can't even like act like I don't see him, like, you know what I mean? Like I have to like say hi and stuff, like. And like at that very moment, like within like the same 2 seconds, we make eye contact. This guy, I don't even know where he came from, to be honest. Like he rides directly up to me on a motorcycle, and he smiles at me and says hi, and I like look at him, and the guy that I didn't want to see like is witnessing the whole situation, and I just felt like dust my shoulder off, like. Frick you.
That's
I'm just kidding.
crazy.
No, I just felt like so like I felt like the ish. It was like
but why didn't you want to see him?
I don't like seeing people. Like I felt like it was just gonna be awkward.
But why? Were you hurt? Did you feel like
my pride was hurt?
Oh.
Like that's why, because I was gonna end it. He beat me to it. So like, and this is the thing. I've never been beat to anything.
Wow.
So like it was like my pride was so just like, dang it, I should have done it, you know, like I should have been the one to like do it. I should have done it when I knew I was gonna do it last week, like that kind of stuff. And so like my pride was hurt, like I was like embarrassed.
That's hilarious.
So
that's why you felt like the ish.
I did. It was like a rise. Like,
are we done?
I don't know.
I think we are.
Was enough of it like interesting to show, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
You know, people used to do like bunny ears and pictures.
You're freaking weird.
You know, people used to do that.
Like,
why was that even like a thing?
I don't know. Because people are trying to be crazy.
Where the judge bread.
Usually the time